welcome to F-Response.com. This video is a supplementary video to a mission guide we produced on how to mount Microsoft BitLocker encrypted volumes under Linux when you have the recovery key and when you're using F-Response version 7. So if you haven't already, I highly recommend you pull down that mission guide. It's going to go into a lot more detail than we can in this video. The first step we're going to do is we're going to get a command line open and we're going to connect to F-Response on a remote machine. Now before we started this video, we got F-Response running on a remote subject that has a BitLocker volume and it's talking to our license manager. So we're going to locate the target that we want to connect to and we're going to mount it. Mounting an F-Response target is going to give you what we call either a target file or a live device file. It's a flat file that has the binary data to represent the remote physical disk. So that's helpful, but not all the way. We need to take that file and turn it into a disk. So we're going to use LO setup. That's a loopback setup tool that's going to create a loopback device or a physical disk that backed by the target file. So essentially, it's a physical disk that we're going to create on our examiner machine so that we can use that. Once we've got that physical disk attached, there you can see it, dev loop 0. For all extensive purposes, dev loop 0 is now the remote machine's disk 1. So we're going to use MMLS, that's a sleuth kit tool, and that's going to locate and provide the partition table. And there, partition number 2 in this instance is the partition that we're concerned about accessing. So we're going to use another tool, kpartx, and what that's going to do is it's going to make available to us an individual partition on our dev loop 0. Listing off the partitions, there you'll see it there, loop 0 partition 1. Like I said, all this is covered in the mission guide. Don't worry about taking notes. Now, once we've got our individual partition and it's accessible to us, now it's time for us to use Dislocker. Dislocker is a third-party tool. We're going to give that first the location of our partition that we know is BitLocker encrypted. We're going to give it our recovery key and then the command to unlock the device. So what is Dislocker going to do? It's going to present a file to us. That file is just like our live target file. So that file is a flat file that represents all the unencrypted data on the disk. So we need to get this from a file to an actual disk though. So we're going to run LO setup and we're going to create a new loopback device and we're going to point it at this newly created file. Like I said, there's a lot of redirection here. Once we've done that, we've got a new physical device and we've mounted it to or mapped it to our machine. We can now make a directory and mount that volume read-only. We know it's NTFS. So we can mount that volume read-only underneath our newly created mount point. And if we take a look at vol E, you'll see data. All right, so this is a lot to cover. What we've done, step 1, connect to F-Response. Step 2, LO setup to create the virtual or loopback disk. Step 3, kpartx to locate that BitLocker volume and make it accessible. Step 4, using the Dislocker utilities. Step 5, getting that Dislocker file, turning it into a physical device, and then of course, lastly, mounting that device. Again, everything is on the mission guide on our website. We recommend you pull that down. We'll make sure there's a link to it on the YouTube page as well. Thanks a lot, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We're available on the web at www.f-response.com. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.